Hello, happy Sunday, everybody. Woo, woo, woo. From the cabin.
From the cabin in the woods.
From the cabin in the woods, here we are. Hello, and thank you for joining us. Oh,
Yeah.
what a week.
What a week. But not in Otter Creek.
That's right. It's been a week, not in Otter Creek. Praise Jesus. So, how is everybody doing? Hopefully, everybody's had a super good week.
Yeah.
I know we've had a super good week. Busy, but wow.
Productive.
So much fun. Oh, I love where we're at. Absolutely love this wood.
The space is nice. Yes. You can see she's much happier.
I feel like I'm in a mansion over here. It's a little different when you've been in that little RV for so long.
Yeah.
So even though I know a lot of people have said what a tiny place it is, it's the perfect size for us.
It is. Yep.
So that is wonderful. And it's just great being in this space. I love it here. I feel like I'm on this vacation.
Yeah.
Staying in a retreat, because I remember back in the day when I worked at the post office, we rented this log cabin in Tennessee to go on vacation, and we had such a blast in Pigeon Forge. So it's nice to be back in Tennessee, laying some roots here, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Finally got our home base. That's so awesome. It's a great feeling to know that you've got somewhere to keep all your stuff other than a storage unit.
Yeah, and we had so much stuff in our trailer that we really didn't need. We thought for the, now we can just pack for the short term instead of for the intermediate long term or the medium term.
It's going to be so much easier.
Yeah. We've already pulled at least 600 pounds out of there. So we got to put maybe 100 pounds back, but it'll be way better.
I know. Where is my gavel? I think my gavel is still in Florida. I have one. Well, no, do I? I don't even know. It's like I don't even know what I own anymore. That's so sad.
Yeah, there's stuff kind of.
I said it's going to be like Christmas when we go through our stuff. And when
that's where I put that.
When we started this adventure, I said to Brett, "Don't you think we should just get a storage unit to keep our stuff?" And he's like, "No, we don't need all this stuff. Let's just get rid of it."
Yeah, guess what?
And guess what?
We need all that stuff back.
Every time we turn around, we're like, we could have used that. We could have used that. But, it is what it is. And the shopping is going to be fun when we go on these big bargain hunt shopping trips to find all the stuff we need. We're going to go yard sailing.
We did manage to find one thing. It was a very friendly gentleman, and he even brought it to us because we really don't have a trailer yet to go get stuff to bring it. So we got a bedroom suit. So that was really nice. That was the top of our list, the bedroom suit.
Yep. So that's one thing down. He's been looking for a lawnmower pretty seriously, but we don't even have a trailer until we go down to Florida and get it.
It's like, oh yeah, I need a lawnmower. Oh, by the way, can you bring it to me? And then they go quiet.
So I told him to quit looking until we go get our trailer. So I see Jessica's in the house. Hey, Jessica. Oh, we're going to see you soon, I hope, if you're around, unless you're traveling like you normally are.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll get to see ya. Praying for Otter Creek right now with this storm that's brewing.
Yeah.
So hopefully it'll do what it normally does and just a bunch of rain. I know last year we were walking the streets of Otter Creek after the storm, cleaning everything up.
Mm-hmm. And
if that's what needs to be done, we're going to be there to help do that.
Yeah, so, Zim was helping with that too, but Don saw us and he drove right by us.
Yeah, wasn't he smiling and laughing as he drove by?
He didn't care. It looked like his place, limbs down everywhere, and don't pick it up.
I guess it was a good show for him. Just, he's the spectator watching people clean the town.
But let me tell you about the neighbors here that we've met so far. They've been amazing, very welcoming, very friendly. We haven't met immediate next door neighbors, but you can't even see them. They're 3 lots away. But the neighbors across the street, most of the neighbors here, and it's an HOA of 142 homes, I believe, and they're all spread out. So the neighbors, like I said, they're very welcoming, and most of them are not here full time. This is their second home or their vacation home. So this neighborhood is located on the lake. However, all the properties do not touch the lake. Now, if your property touches the lake, you're talking 1 million and up.
Big cheddar, baby. Big
900,000
cheddar.
is like the lowest price house in here. And these houses don't flip very often.
And I haven't hit any lottery, so
No, so
our house is not on the water.
we're not touching
We're
the
close,
lake.
but no cigars.
We can see it from here. It's very close. And the HOA is voluntary. But what it does, it gives you, for $100 a month, it gives you access to a private boat dock, a private boat ramp, and a dock. So that's worth it. Half a mile.
Sure.
I mean, I can have the boat on a lake in 5 minutes.
Yeah. I keep telling Brett, I absolutely feel like I'm on a different planet. It's night and day, and I wish I would have moved to Tennessee a lot sooner. The people are so welcoming.
That makes all the difference. Everywhere
really
we've
does.
been, whether it's in Lowe's, whether it's in the post office, whether it's at the municipality,
Walmart,
the water, this is city water, and it's spring-fed city water. So it is optimum to drink. Here, you want to try it?
Brett says, shall we bring back some samples
of the water?
People in Otter Creek of what water should taste like? He actually said it smells sweet. I have no sense of smell, but I can tell you I've been drinking a ton more water since we've been here, and I love drinking water. I'm a water drinker.
She likes water.
So I've been guzzling it down. It's sweet.
I normally didn't drink enough water. I try to flavor it, but here I'm drinking water.
Yeah, in Otter Creek, he wasn't drinking much water at all. And we filtered our water there, but it tastes so good.
It comes right off the tap here. It's not filtered. The city takes care of it.
So everything about this has been a blessing. I feel so blessed right now for where we're sitting.
Yeah. So we are in a municipality, but the downtown portion of the municipality is still 25-minute drive.
It's $100 a year. I know Brett keeps saying $100 a month.
It's a year. I'm sorry.
A year.
If I said month, I meant a year. So $8.50 a month.
Yes. So that is surely affordable.
Yep.
But and there's deer all over the neighborhood. Just today we saw a mama and 2 little baby deer, and they are so cute. And every day. Yeah, in the yard.
Every day there's deer in the yard.
So that is so super cute. I love the deer. I keep saying maybe one day I'll be able to pet them. Probably not.
Even driving through here, if you drive down to the boat dock, you're going to pass a deer, I guarantee you, in somebody's yard. And everybody's not messing with them. They stay away from them. They give the deer their peace. And one of the deer, just on the other side of the garage yesterday evening, there were 2 deer.
Yeah.
And they were eating grass in the median, and they looked up at us, and then they just went back to eating.
Oh, people.
Yeah, people. We're like deer.
So it's awesome being able to check them out.
Yeah.
And I love being able to see them every day. Everybody keeps saying now we're going to have to go orange. I said, man, I shouldn't have got rid of my orange Colorado pickup truck. It would have fit in right around here. I know everybody loved it in Gainesville because of the gators. I know I'd come out of stores there and somebody in a blue vehicle would park right next to me.
Oh.
So, but I don't have my little orange Colorado anymore.
They didn't paint a blue stripe on it and try to claim it.
Matter of fact, I ended up putting a Miami Hurricane sticker on the back of it so they would quit doing that. It's really Go Seminoles.
Yeah. I like Florida State, but
anywho, it's just fun being in a great place. It really changes everything. The stress is, I love it.
So there's been like a lot of comments on the purchase, and we expected that, and 99% favorable comments. And I would like to kind of light into some of the details.
Did you want to get into some questions that people were asking? Is that where you're headed?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I don't know ever where you're going all over the map.
You may have never sat on a board or been on a board. In fact, that's not true. Or you run this board.
Okay. Do I do this? I do need a gavel here. Okay. So one question a lot of people have been asking is, are we still going to be traveling now that we've got this homestead and everything going on? Absolutely.
Yeah, we didn't give up the dream of traveling.
That is just, now this is like a humongous bonus.
Yeah.
So I'm just so excited. We are going to be doing traveling still. There's so many places I haven't seen yet. We haven't even touched the surface of where I want to go.
No.
So yeah, we are going to be traveling. Matter of fact, we're going to be closer to so many more places.
Yeah.
I've got a huge list.
Yeah, there's at least 30 things that I can recall to memory that are just 10 hours from here. Ruby Falls has been mentioned in the chat.
Yeah, someone know if we're going to be going to Ruby Falls and Dollywood.
All of that.
Absolutely. I want to go to Lookout Mountain.
Yeah.
There's a place called the Lost Sea, which
it's an under cavern. It's a cavern boat in the cavern.
Like you can ride a boat under.
I've never heard of that.
And that's in Tennessee.
That's here.
So I absolutely want to go there.
And even things that are not in Tennessee, but they're nearby, because of the location of Tennessee, we can be in Alabama in 30 minutes.
Yeah, it's so much closer. So many things. I want to go to the Ark.
The Ark is in Kentucky, just the other side of Tennessee.
Yes, Jason, the Grand Ole Opry.
Yep.
On the list for sure.
Under 2 hours.
You know it.
To the Grand Ole Opry.
Woohoo! I'm excited. There's trails, there's caverns.
Under 2 hours from a major airport in Nashville. And what did we discover that it costs you now to go see your sister in Ohio if you fly to Pittsburgh?
If I was flying one way, it would be $50.
$50.
$50 hairs.
It costs more to park there.
So, and that's the great thing too, is I'm 9 hours from my sister's house from here. We're about 8 hours from all our friends in Otter Creek and family down in Chiefland.
1 day's drive.
So that's super cool. Someone asked, are you still going to be going to Otter Creek? Yes, of course we are. There's so much cool stuff to do. You got Christmas in the Creek.
Got Toontown, baby.
A festival. Then all of our friends are there. We got family down there. So yeah, we're still going to be going to Otter Creek for sure. And we don't know how, someone said, will they be as often? Well, we don't know how often they will be because we're going to be doing so many different things still.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, this just creates so many more opportunities. And now with someone else had said something about, oh, you bought a house that has so many projects. You're not going to be traveling anymore because you're going to be doing all these projects and, you know, like it's a money pit and something along those lines. Well, what do you have to say to that?
Yeah, I got a lot to say to that, actually. This is not a money pit. It's a log home. Someone mentioned, well, it's not even insulated. You don't insulate a log home. The logs are the insulation. We don't plan on changing anything here. Everything here functions properly.
The bones are good.
The bones are good. We had it inspected.
The projects are not super big.
Or a bunch of little ones.
Probably the biggest project is going to be when we do something with the deck. Mm-hmm. But what we want to do in the long term is putting down what's called the Trex.
The Trex.
That's not going to be done right away.
That's not right away. This
that's
deck is fine.
term.
Nothing wrong with it.
But it definitely could use some paint and some pressure washing.
Yes.
Too bad we sold that pressure washer.
Yeah, there are a lot of things we got rid of. I wish.
But it's absolutely not a money pit. It's going to be a lot of fun doing all the little projects, and they are little. And we're going to share those things with you because you guys are a part of our family and you guys are part of our process. The love that pours out from y'all, it warms my heart so much reading all the congratulations and the well wishes. It's phenomenal. I love it. And that's what we should all be doing for each other is lifting each other's spirits, congratulating each other on our accomplishments. It's wonderful. And I love that we have these things we can share with you. I look forward to even our shopping trips when we go bargain hunting at the thrift store or yard sailing. I want to bring you guys with us for those things.
Yep.
So I'm excited for all that.
One of an example, and I've already kind of started on it. One of the projects is to finish the dryer ducting. It does have that flexible dryer duct hose. I just want to replace it. Duct, not duck.
I thought you said duck.
So there is a duct, and we're using it. I just want to replace it so that it doesn't go exhaust underneath the house. It should exhaust out the house. So that's a minor fix. I've already bought the, instead of the flexible line, I want to use the straight. It's like aluminum flashing. And I've already like put it together. We bought the pieces. I just haven't installed it yet because I want to show you guys what it is I'm doing. So all those pieces are under the house and ready to go. So when we get back from Florida, I'll start on that. And I'll let you guys come with me and I'll show you what it is I'm working on. So it's just little projects. That's a project that won't take probably at most a couple hours. That includes hanging it and everything. I got to hang it. I think
too, when we go on some of these thrifting adventures, maybe we could do a little competition to see who could get the best values, the neatest stuff, something along those lines. I want to make a little fun game of it and see, you know, what we can come up with. It's going to be so much fun. I look forward to all of it. I love you guys' input on the different things. I've read so many cool ideas, and they're always appreciated, whether we use them or not. It's always great to hear what everybody thinks or what they would do. I know a lot of people have said that they would make the upstairs loft the master bedroom, and we have discussed that. And
it is the biggest room, but it's also the hottest.
So we'll see. But I told him, because he wanted downstairs, so I said, well, we'll try it out. If we want to change, we can change. Nothing's set in stone. But in the meantime, I'll definitely use that upstairs area for a little editing room, maybe make it my little prayer room. Because now that I can get myself more situated, I'd like to spend more time with God. And it's nice to have an area away from everything that you can do that. So it could be a nice prayer room.
Yeah. Be closer to God that way. You'd be 15 feet closer.
That's right. So I look forward to it. Like, I don't know, it's just amazing. I've always wanted to have a log cabin. I played with Lincoln logs a lot when I was a child, and that's where it all started. So. And
this house, it was too small for the former family. They had 2 teenage kids and then the 2 adults. And it's okay for a weekend cabin, but to live in it full time, you got 1 bathroom and a teenage daughter.
That's a little rough. So, and they are just a wonderful family. That's great. Another thing. We are like so blessed to have these great friends. Immediately when we met them, we went out to dinner with the whole family, even their parents. So we've just met a whole bunch of wonderful people to call our friends here. And it's just another blessing. So,
and a lot of
super cool.
The way they close homes here in Tennessee, I hadn't seen before. They have a closing for the buyers, and then they have a closing for the sellers. I've always seen it where you're right across from each other.
Yeah, they said there's too many fights, they don't do it that way. And I said, I have a hard time believing that when the people in Tennessee are so nice.
If there's anywhere they should have had separate closings is in Florida, where you got Florida man and Florida woman.
That was kind of strange. But, and I have to tell you too, when we were at the closing, our realtor and the finance guy and
they clicked.
The other lady, like, I've never been to a closing where we had so much fun.
Yeah.
So they were a great group of people to talk to. We were there laughing it up, and you know, it's just like everything about this experience has been
positive, a
green light. So I feel like I'm finally landed in the right place.
Yep.
Super awesome. So, what's another question? I think we answered the one a lot of people have been asking, if our property touches the water. No, but it's close.
No, it doesn't touch the water. And it's about 1.5 acres when you put the 3 lots together.
Yeah, someone was asking about
So we
the
have,
size of your yard.
yeah, the yard's pretty big. It's probably.
We don't have a big driveway.
Yeah, no, not big driveway. Sorry. But we do have, the backyard used to have a road going through it. And that can be used as a secondary driveway.
Oh.
It has a, excuse me, it has a hard pack on it. But no, that's not technically a driveway. It's grassed over, but it's a hard pack.
So, and then we talked about our sweet water here. So, you know, the water is real good here. Real good.
Real good. The water,
Yep.
real good.
It's real good.
It's real good.
And then they wanted to know if it was well or city.
City.
City. It's cityfied.
And it's spring water.
And someone wanted to know, because I know we were talking about, we thought we were going to get away from the gum trees, but we have gum trees all over our yard. And they said, what is a gum tree?
It's a sweet gum.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thanks, Isaac.
That's so sweet.
Thanks,
Blowing the
Isaac.
whistle for
Appreciate you,
Isaac. Tooting the horn. So, yeah, the gum tree, they can be kind of messy. They have like these balls on
The gum
them.
balls, and I know you've seen them.
And they've got like little spikes
You
coming
step
out.
on them, they hit the top of the RV roof. They used to complain about it in the campground sometimes on one of the lots.
Yeah.
Because it would drop the balls.
They can get pretty big.
They get gnarly. And
Someone said
ugly
that they have, you can use them to make some kind of medicine. They have medicinal value. I don't know about that per se.
I'm not a chemist, so I won't be doing anything with it.
You could with the Devil's Club too.
Yeah.
Then a lot of people asked, what made you choose Tennessee over Florida? I'll let you answer that one. I grew up in Florida. I'm a Floridian. I was born in Hollywood, Florida. And from the time I was a teenager, I always wanted to leave Florida. I always wanted to be a snowbird. And Tennessee was one of the places I always wanted to live. So that is my answer of why choosing Tennessee over Florida. That's something I always wanted to do. I always wanted to leave Florida. So you, moving into Florida, why did you choose to leave Florida and go to Tennessee?
Well, I guess I'm a halfbacker. You know, I went to Florida, I came halfway back.
That's the label they give.
Yeah, that's what they say. People move from New York to Florida, and then they end up saying, I had enough of Florida, I'm moving halfway back, and they end up in Tennessee. There is a lot of Florida people moving to Tennessee, too.
There are.
I think from here, it's better for the Travel Channel because there's more places you can go.
Pompano. I've lived there before.
How long did it take you to get out of Fort Lauderdale to get out of Florida? Like 6 hours.
Yes.
And now you're only in Georgia. You still haven't got to Alabama or North Carolina or South Carolina. I mean, you can't, it takes too long to get out of Florida. For me, Florida it's too hot for too long. And
there's no season.
There's no season.
So I don't know anything about seasons, and I'm so excited to actually get to see them now.
Yeah, we're kind of at the foothills or the beginning, not even the foothills of, help me with the mountain range here, the Smoky Mountains. So being that we're not going to have extreme climates, the mountains kind of control your climate. We get hot here, but it doesn't stay hot. Like Florida gets, right now, what is Florida doing? 92 degrees by 9 o'clock in the morning. Here, it's not 92 until noon.
Yeah, it has been humid.
And it cools off around 4 o'clock.
It's still not as bad as Florida.
Yeah, it's not as bad as Florida.
As everybody knows, this year has been a little bit different than previous years.
And people here, the neighbors are telling us this is hot for Tennessee. It normally does not get into the 90s. Upper 80s. It does get humid, but like I said, it ain't nothing like the humidity
And they
in
say
Florida.
the snow isn't terrible either, that it doesn't get real bad.
Right.
Here.
And when it gets down below freezing, it's only for a short time and it comes back up.
I saw someone did ask if we've been to any town hall meetings. No, we haven't even been here long enough to go to any meetings, but we will. We will check out the town hall meetings for sure. You should always be engaged in the town you're living in and see what's going on. So we will absolutely be attending meetings. Someone else asked if I had any plans to be a mayor while I'm here. And as of yet, I don't plan to go on to the board, but we'll check the conditions while we're there and see if it's needed. So hopefully they've got it under control.
I'm sure they do. The thing here is that the town, the whole thing with the town hall in Otter Creek is they were controlling the permit process. So that was one of the biggest factors for us in the campground was the permits. Here,
it's not just
it's
that.
not the only thing
either. I mean, I couldn't stand the way that the people were being treated and being like squashed down, that they better do what one person says. Like, that's a horrible way to be in fear.
It is.
Of somebody, and I didn't like that at all.
Yeah. For me, the bigger thing, and that I'm not going to devalue that, but for me as a business owner in the campground and trying to expand it, was the permits. So they were playing games with the permits. They had already approved them, and then when me and Russell have a falling out, he decides he's going to try to stop it. Why? Because now you don't like me, you want to try and stop it. It shouldn't be based on friendship.
Well, I don't like how people try to use their position in a wrongful way, and that's what he does all the time.
So the important thing here is that permits don't go through the town. There's a city hall here, but the permits go straight to the county. They do not regulate permits here.
No, unfortunately, that beautiful Mustang and that boat in the garage are the former owners, and he has not gotten them out yet. I did tell him no problem if he wanted to leave them, but he's going to end up taking them. So those are not ours. I'm just drooling over them, especially that Mustang. It's a beauty.
Yeah, most of the stuff you saw in that background picture did not belong to us.
Right,
So he's cleaned it up. He's been over here a few times. He's been over here today and took a load of stuff. So
he's
nice leaving
people.
Some stuff too. Really nice. He's left us a little generator. He's left us some shelving.
He even gave us a little paddle boat. Super sweet.
A little paddle boat on a trailer.
So so
super nice.
Maybe he'll leave that Mustang.
I'd rather his dad leave that Corvette.
But anywho, we can keep dreaming.
Yeah, and his dad lives right down the road. He's in the community. He's on the water.
Super nice too.
He's super nice.
We are absolutely blessed. I thank God all day long throughout the day. I hope he never gets tired of hearing from me.
And he's been super helpful with things. If you buy from someone you don't get along with, or you buy from someone you never meet or never get to talk to, then you don't get to find out little things like where are the drain field lines? Which way do they run? If you want to plant trees, you don't want to plant a big tree in the middle of your drain field.
Yeah, I've had several houses where I've had great relationships and conversations with the previous owner, so it's wonderful.
And the thermostat in this house is
I definitely need those deer to mow the lawn a little bit more.
Yeah. And that's another thing he did before he got it out of here was
so sweet. He mowed the
grass yesterday, and I grabbed his weed eater and weed eated so it would buy us some more time.
How wonderful of a person! Like
it rained most of last week, so the grass has really grown fast. And the house sits in a curve, so if our grass looks ugly, you can't hide it. It's people have to drive around our yard, and our yard kind of goes like this. So it has a big presence. Oh, who we got?
Oh, thank you, Chance.
Thanks, Chance. Bye-bye.
Let me give a little train
Virginia.
horn.
I'm from Virginia.
The choo-choo's rolling. I love train horns. Can you tell?
Oh, they got 12 inches of snow. From what we heard here, they did get some snow last year.
Yeah, they said they got a lot more than normal. I got to see some cool pictures of the cabin with the snow on it.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
And, it was about yay deep.
And then the lake, when it got really cold, there was like this fog. It looked kind of Halloween-y with the fog over the lake.
Yeah.
So we did get to see some cool pictures of that. Someone else asked if we have a basement, and we do not have a basement.
No. It has a large crawl space, though. Really, on one end, it's probably 3 feet on the road end. And then on the back end, it's probably 12 feet because
Hi, James.
The lot kind of drops off. And so it's really, you got a lot of crawl. You can stand up and walk under half the house. And then the other half, you start bending over.
You're going to have to get some knee pads.
Yeah. But under this back porch, you have a huge amount of space. This is probably a 10 by 20 porch. And all of that is like 15 feet high off the ground. So
Yeah, that porch is beautiful.
it's not a basement, but it's.
I'm going to be spending some time on that porch drinking my coffee.
Yeah, it's really nice in the mornings. It's nice and cool out there. And
at night, the cicadas.
Oh, they're loud.
And it's just so pretty. I know when we were in Otter Creek at the campground, we had a bunch of tree frogs. I kept saying we have a tree frog rescue, and you'd go out on the porch at night and you'd hear all the tree frogs, and it sounded kind of cool.
Yeah.
But now we got cicadas, so it's super cool. Another question someone asked is, what major city are you near?
Major city, meaning like they have an airport?
I would say like Nashville.
We're about halfway between Nashville and Chattanooga, but we're closer to the Chattanooga side. So it's probably 2 hours to Nashville, an hour and a half to Chattanooga.
You also have Atlanta that's fairly close.
Yeah, it's about 3 hours and 15 minutes to Atlanta.
And Huntsville, Alabama. There's
less than an hour to Huntsville.
There's a lot of cities all near us. So that was another factor when we were looking for a place, is how close it is to these major cities and to a base.
We don't want to be in any major city.
I haven't seen any lightning bugs yet.
No, I haven't.
Then someone else wanted to know, they were talking about that little fenced-in area that we had, if we're going to put some chickens in there. And not at this time, but that was the first thing I thought of when I saw that, was chickies. Yeah. But with us traveling and everything, right now we're not going to get chickens, but maybe way in the future, who knows, but we're saving it, because that is my thought, is chicky doodles.
I would move the chickens down to the lower tier anyway. Yeah. I wouldn't put them in the front yard.
No. But so having fluffy butts would be cool, but not right now.
I've already pulled that fence up and it's been mowed. It looks real nice.
Another question people ask, how many properties did you look at before you bought this one?
Digitally, online, we probably looked at
so many.
5 to 15 to 20.
Yeah, so online we looked at a whole bunch. Brett was looking for quite a while, but this one popped out.
The second runner-up house is also in this neighborhood.
Yeah, so that is
runner-up house.
The runner-up house. So, but we didn't go walking through any of them before deciding. This was a purchase that we mostly made on the decision online. You know, we didn't make the final decision until we were here, and we did do a walkthrough, but pretty much everything was online and lots of phone calls. Don't think we just saw some pictures and grabbed something up. We called and talked to a lot of people.
Yep.
So
I talked to the HOA.
City Hall.
Nice gentleman, talked to him, met him in person and paid him. We talked to the post office. We called City Hall.
Repair people.
I even called the county.
So we talked to almost everybody. So you must do your research, and you should absolutely be careful looking at things online and make sure you're not getting scammed, because let's face it, in the world we live in today, there's scams all around us, and you need to be very careful. We get texts and phone calls all the time with people trying to scam. Even if you were going to buy stuff on Marketplace, you have to be very careful. So make sure you always do your research, even when donating money to different places. Do your research and make sure you're giving your money to the right things, and make sure you're making a solid decision. Don't ever feel pressured.
90%, and I'd say it's even higher than that. I'd say 98% of the reason we bought this particular house is because of location. Number one, location, location, location. And the location is the reason why it will hold its value. So whatever we paid for this house, it's way less than what any other house in this neighborhood costs. Trust me on that. It's more than double all those other houses. So this house will maintain its value even without this house. So what I wanted was a large shop, near water, in a rural area, and then a log cabin was right next to it. And I'm like, oh, we got to check this out.
I'm just laughing it up,
What you
reading
looking
some
at?
of these comments. Y'all are hilarious. But I know Jessica asked if we're going to name the property. Maybe. I haven't thought about it. I have named cars before. So, and then someone was talking about the Biltmore. I absolutely love the Biltmore.
Yeah.
I have been there before, and I would love to go there again. I remember that was another thing I had seen on a TV show when I was probably early 20s, and I had always wanted to go there, and I actually got the chance to go there.
Thanks, Helen, for the 10.
Oh, thank you. I got to go there about 10 years ago. Gotta make sure I had the right end.
That thing's loud.
I love it. You love it? Not so much. Maybe I should point it up here into the big ceiling.
Hey, you do you.
Thank you. So yeah, the Biltmore is absolutely gorgeous.
It's not far from here either, is it? I
Um,
can't remember where it is.
it's in Asheville.
North Carolina.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's not far from here.
So yeah, I would love to go there again. I'm going to put that on the list because we haven't been there together, and it's been a long time since I've been there.
I've never been there.
Oh, cool beans.
Yeah.
So, and then people were saying if we're going to put in a spider monkey sanctuary. Oh, that's hilarious.
So you have no money, you're a professional beggar, and you can't pay your attorney fees or finish your house, but I'm going to buy a monkey.
Yeah, so people were asking, why do you think she was buying these monkeys? So I told Brett, I said, I think she probably thought that maybe they would take care of all the feces on the property because she heard that monkeys eat feces.
Oh,
But usually that's their own feces they eat.
Oh.
So
I hadn't heard that.
that's just, oh my goodness. Someone else asked if we have room across the street for a turtle sanctuary. No, absolutely not.
In fact, there's very little vacant land in here for sale. And if you have to ask how much it is, you can't afford it.
So no. Thank the good Lord.
Yeah.
But that was another thing I couldn't believe, especially, again, if you have a child that needs to be taken care of. I mean, any child, even in good health, shouldn't be around the conditions that are on that property, let alone a child that's not in good health. So it's just unbelievable,
Monkeys
the different things.
Maybe they'll throw poo at Lynette. They can have a poo fight. Poo, 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 poo. Is that pew pew? Like pew poo 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 pew poo?
Sounds like a crappy situation to me.
It does.
Oh, Lord. So, and people wanted to know, oh, I can't stop laughing. Will you be stopping at the largest Buc-ee's in Tennessee? I don't even know where that's at. Do you?
Not exactly. I think it's up on I-40.
I think it would be fun. We haven't stopped in a Buc-ee's in quite a while, so.
There's a Buc-ee's we're going to be driving by on the way to Florida, though. There's one on I-75 in Georgia.
Oh, cool. So hopefully we get to stop at one soon. I do have family in Ohio, and I do need to go there after Florida. I got to get busy. So I got to quit playing around. And now that we got this place, we got some projects to do. But yeah, when I get back from Florida, I'll probably end up going to Ohio.
The closest,
in there.
The closest sizable town that's not a major city, we're kind of in between different towns, but the main shopping town or city that's got more than 20,000 people is Tullahoma. And then there's other towns that are smaller than that we're right in the middle of. So really, if we're going to buy something, it's probably going to be in Tullahoma.
I'm stuck in the middle with you.
Tullahoma has everything but the Sam's Club that we don't, that we would like to have, but probably coming soon to a theater near you.
I'm sure.
Because the place is growing.
Isn't everywhere?
Yeah, it's growing.
Everywhere is growing. So, And that's while we were talking about the spider monkeys and whatnot, I just wanted to talk about the different things we've been seeing again with all the police calls and Lynette's false accusations. And I can't believe how many times she's called the police with such ridiculousness, and what a waste of money and time.
I don't even know why they take her calls anymore, seriously. The first question I would ask is, are you dying or is this an emergency?
I mean,
Click.
the Levy County Sheriff's Office does cover a large area with few officers. So if they're over there playing around with ridiculous calls, there could be something really serious happening, and they travel a long distance.
Mm-hmm.
So I just think that's awful.
It's a misuse, and I think they should bill her for it.
You know, and just all the stuff with her constant screaming and the neighbors having to listen to all that constant screaming. When she was in the campground, we had complaints all the time about all the noise with her screaming and the mess, and you know, that poor child having to be in the middle of it. And
she's usually the recipient of the yelling.
It's
Lynette
just
cusses at the kid.
It's an awful situation of what that child has to see and go through, what the neighbors and the people around have to go through. It's sad. And the lies with that whole mess about John being placed on the board and Lynette being made the clerk.
Total lie.
And Russell, once again, playing his game, saying that those things were going to happen.
He doesn't have the authority to put a board member on the board, for one.
That shows you what he has done in that town for all those years, where he was running the town solo and had all his little cronies doing whatever he want, how he placed the different people in the clerk position without advertising it, without anything being done properly. So he was just going to fire Belinda on his own accord and put Lynette in there without advertising it or doing a vote.
One, he wasn't the mayor. Two, the mayor doesn't have the authority to do that.
They absolutely do not.
Belinda works for the board, the whole board. Any member can walk in there and get services from Belinda as long as it's town related.
Why would you fire somebody who's doing an excellent job, the best there's ever been, for someone who can't even form a sentence correctly? Come on now.
For all the town clerks that they've had in there ever,
that would be
all the way back to Rosemary, and she's been on there many years off and on. There's always been corruption with every one of them. Belinda's the straight shooter. She'll tell it to you straight. She's going to do it the right way, and if you don't like it, then get someone else.
Absolutely.
But she's not one that's going to bend over and do it.
But it again just shows you what he's always done, how he thinks he can just illegally appoint people. But my biggest shock is that the policemen didn't speak to Belinda, who's the clerk,
or
to Zim, who's the mayor. They're talking to Russell, who's just a board member.
Just a board member.
Like they should have been talking to Belinda and Zim.
And did he not just walk out of the board? Didn't he just shut the meeting down by walking out and they didn't have a quorum and you're going to talk to him?
I mean, the whole thing is ridiculous with the corruption all around and the police not doing their job, Russell doing his stuff corruptly all these years.
The police absolutely do not do the due diligence. Now, I'm not speaking to everyone, but in this case, I can't remember the police officer's name. I don't really care. But if all they do is go get one opinion of the next person that walks out the door, were they really here? Why don't you go inside?
They're supposed to do a thorough interview of
find out who the board members are and ask the whole board and get a consensus of what's happening. They would have told you. They would have shut that right down.
Yeah, he's absolutely acts like Castro. But it's just unbelievable. And the whole thing with John and Lynette saying they didn't know George was there. They know her vehicle.
Absolutely. Why do you think they were there early?
Let's get real.
And they knew she was coming.
The cops just the things that were said, it blows my mind at the ridiculous stupidity and games being played.
And if these cops are believing what these two say, then they're as dumb as they are.
They have the power to end this by not entertaining it. They could have stopped this a long time ago. And I pray to God every day that this ends, because it's so ridiculous for all the people who have to live their lives surrounded by this mess. Do you know what kind of stress and anxiety all of this causes for all the people that live in that town? How much stress and anxiety it causes Jeremy and George, how much it caused me and Brett when we were there. It's awful. And I pray to God that this ends and people can go on living peacefully, and this town can just heal from this mess of these people.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wanted to touch on that ridiculousness that was going on. It just blows my mind. It makes me sick.
Even the police officers are not agreeing. They get out there and they say, well, this is the order, and it says, and it's stamped, and it's got all the credentials. If it's got all the credentials, you've checked it. It's good. You do what it says, and then tomorrow, if you find out something different, then you can recant it. But you don't just go, oh, well, I doubt it. I doubt it. I doubt that that's real. Oh, anybody can make up this paper.
They never entertained anything from legit stuff. Why are you entertaining stuff from the most ridiculous,
unreliable source?
It once again makes you wonder
how stupid are
what
they?
Kind of favors are going on.
You wonder what's going on behind closed doors. Yep,
it really does. So
because it is a county of good old boys, and the good old boys ain't doing the right thing.
They are awesome people. Jeremy and George are awesome people, and they do a lot of good things.
They do.
So it's sad to see the stress and anxiety they're having to go through because of this.
And remember that when you're seeing some of these.
And I pray for them.
Some of these videos that are out there.
Some people
remember that they're real people.
They are real people, and they go through stress.
They have to deal with a lot of things.
And how do you think you would deal with these things if you were in that situation? It's always easy for the people on the outside to say what they would do.
Right.
But it's not so easy when you're in that situation, when it's compounded daily with all these different things and threats being made to your friends and family.
And I can tell you,
it's not easy.
If I was Jeremy, the part that would frustrate me the most would be all the money that all the resources and money that I'm spending on this, and I'm not getting any results because of people failing to do their jobs. Mm-hmm. That's unfathomable to me. That's like, I would have lost my crap.
Yeah. And let's face it, we're all human beings, and everybody has had their bad times and bad moments. And there's things we've said or done at different times that we wish we hadn't. We wish people didn't see us in that light at those different times. We've gotten angry at moments when, and people haven't seen us at our best. But let me ask you, is that how that person is all the time? No. Those are just moments.
They're just moments.
Those are human being moments.
In time.
Now, you look at a person like Lynette and John and the bad stuff, and that's all the time. All the time. That's who they are all the time.
Everywhere they go, it follows.
Those aren't bad moments. That is them all the time.
That's their MO. Yeah.
So I just want, people to look at people as people and see what's really going on. So, nobody wants to get angry and say things or do things they shouldn't in different moments, but we're human beings. And if you care about those people and you see them at those moments, pray for them. Give some grace.
That's what you're supposed to do. Now, Jeremy has a large fan base, so he's welcomed a lot of the public into his private life. Of course, he has some more private stuff you don't reveal because people take advantage. So, you can't leave yourself in a compromising thing. But he has invited you into his world to share. Don't be rude and condescending. If you disagree, change the channel. That's right. Everybody has that choice that they can make to change the channel. And when you pray for others, and if you have a relationship with God and you pray for others, you're rewarded 10 times, is what the Bible states. So if you're doing the right things quietly, you're rewarded quietly. It's not advertised. Well, you should never do things in an expectation of reward. Right. That's not why you do things either. I didn't mean it. I just wanted to explain that a little bit more. So anyway, getting off of that, Jessica did just ask a question if we do have a new P.O. box, and it is on the list. I didn't make it to get that done this week.
but when we come back to Tennessee, I will be setting up a P.O. box and I will put that out there. As of right now, all there is there is a wish list on Amazon with an address on there, but we don't have a P.O. box to list as of yet. So hopefully I'll have that in about a week and a half-ish.
Yeah, there's like
but I'll let you guys know.
There's like 8 post offices, and none of them are real close to us.
So I'll get that set up. I didn't get to it this week, but I will definitely let you know. Thank you for asking, because I totally forgot about it. My Jessica, she's always reminding me of everything. I'm so excited to see everybody when I get to Otter Creek. I've missed everybody so much, and I have so many hugs I want to give, and I have a lot of love going out to Deborah. I've been chatting with her. She had a loss this week, and it hurts my heart for her. So I can't wait to give her a big hug.
Big hugs.
So there's actually been a lot of losses for a lot of close people I know this week. So, and if you know anybody who's had losses, make sure you check in with everybody. I know we all get busy.
Check in with them often. With
our own stuff, but texting takes no time. So send a text to the people you love and care about and check in on them. So
just letting people know that you're thinking about them is usually all it takes.
Yeah. So just send a little quick text. You don't have to have an hour-long conversation with them all the time, but things happen in an instant. So let people know you're thinking of them and care about them.
Yep.
So what else? Oh, a lot of people too have been asking what exactly we've done this week. So I think just with all the closing and moving our stuff in here, and doing all the utilities and all the phone calls and just driving around the area. That's been the week so far. And now
we got the camper cleaned out and all the stuff out. And then tonight, actually, we need to start
putting stuff back in there.
That we need
because we're going to be on the road again.
Yeah, we'll leave here tomorrow morning.
We've been sitting here too long, my friend.
And head toward Florida. We're going to take we're not going to try to do it in one day. We're going to take 2 days. So
yeah, so we'll be in Otter Creek this week.
Yep.
So excited to see everybody. I know we've got a few things to do around Otter Creek besides seeing people, and we got to pick up stuff now and pack stuff, and we get to see stepmom and give her a big hug. And I have some doctor's appointments to do. Yeah. We're going to be over in Ocala a little bit, so it'll be a busy week. I'm sure it'll fly by really fast.
Yeah.
And then we'll be on the road again.
And we'll come back up here.
Back to Tennessee,
drop everything off, put stuff away, because we're bringing
out in our log cabin.
bringing the pontoon boat back up here.
And then, I know I can't wait to go out on the lake in that pontoon boat. Whoop whoop! Yeah, that's going to be so much fun.
Oh, tell them about the sleep and the rest you get here.
Oh, so it is so quiet. So quiet here.
You mean you don't have those squatted redneck trucks running up and down?
No, none of that.
You don't have rude people going blaring their trucks at 5:30 in the morning?
No, it is like it's a peaceful haven here. Like I keep saying again, I feel like I'm on another planet.
And people drive through here. I mean, it's a hilly, curvy road, so they're not going 50 through here.
I'm getting the best sleep. It's just amazing. I thank God every day for how blessed we are, and I just hope every day that I can be the best person I can be and be better than I was yesterday. And
we didn't talk about the deal that we got on the bedroom suit. It was a used suit. It was a log. It's a log bed and log furniture. We did get it used, secondhand from a private owner, but it came.
Start fishing.
But it was a queen size bed, and we got a dresser with a vanity mirror and a chest of drawers and a nightstand with it.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. It looks like the logs.
Yeah, and the guy we bought it from said, I knew someone with the log cabin was going to be buying this.
Yep, we sure did.
So that was super cool.
And that room ain't that big, so that room is full. It's done.
Yep.
The other room might be an office. And then we are going to throw a bed up in the loft, but it's not a priority.
Yes, there'll be definitely an Otter Creek video coming, and
Yeah.
you'll get to see me giving my Belinda a hug, my Beninja.
Yeah.
I miss her incredibly,
We'll
so
probably
I
visit.
can't wait to give her a hug too.
We got to sign the visitors log at Tubetown, baby.
Yep, gotta go to Tubetown, baby, 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 baby.
So right now we just kind of joke about the name of the house here. We just call it the lake house or the lake cabin, which that's what it would be to most families. This wouldn't be their primary residence. It would be their secondary residence. So this
Am
would
I
be their
your
lake
log cabin,
cabin.
baby?
You're my
baby?
log cabin baby.
Baby.
Or what is that? The queen of my double wide trailer? You'd be the queen of my lake cabin.
I'm the queen of your log
Baby.
cabin, baby. Baby, baby. So what else? Oh, we got a few pieces of mail.
Oh, we do. And guess
Don't
what? We have a new mail truck. Look at this.
We got the mail truck coming
Hey,
in.
it's a real Jeep.
Check her out. Isn't she so cute?
Even the doors,
We've got mail.
the doors slide open on it.
I know. I saw this thing and I said, that is the coolest thing, because the other ones are LLVs. And I used to deliver mail out of my right-hand drive Jeep. Of course, it wasn't painted this way. It was silver, but yeah. So
we did.
oh, Dukes of Hazzard style for y'all.
We got a couple
what do we
of
got
items.
there?
We have not checked these out yet. So there will be a video coming out later once we have checked these out.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And I think you still have to put a link in on our page. But these
we got
are
some Olight stuff
these are
to
really
try
cool.
out. Oh my goodness. That is way cool.
We got
What is that one?
I'm not sure exactly what that one is.
We'll show them the lantern.
This is the one that we picked. This is an Olight lantern. So
I
if you're
can't wait to take
camping,
that out. And you know what
And
that
it
one
plays
does?
music.
It plays music in there. So we can take that out on the boat with us.
So Olight makes some really good quality
I'm super excited
stuff.
to try that out.
And we
I said
can't wait. to check
Brett
this
needs
out.
to get one of those Olight headlamps for when he's doing
Yeah.
repairs in the crawl space. So like the one
pretty dark
Jeremy
down
has
there.
when he does the storage units and different work. I think those come in handy.
Yeah.
Those are gonna be great.
Did you pick that one or did that get picked for you?
I picked this out.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it's a cool flashlight. I haven't charged it or anything, obviously.
Yeah, this one's gonna be the same way.
But yeah, that's cool. So I can't
So
wait.
these are
And I
neat.
got one
There'll
of
be
them.
more to follow up on these.
Yeah, we'll get to show you them in a video and show you how that lantern works with the music.
Yep.
We could probably even use that on the back porch.
Or on the boat.
Yeah, the boat too.
The lake life. I'm gonna be loving the lake life.
Then I got this. Whoop, I got
Oh my
this
goodness.
is from Rose Forever.
You wanna take the top off?
We're gonna go topless. Are you all ready?
I'm ready.
Ooh,
Look
look
at
how
that.
pretty those are. Those are royal blue. So if you guys have seen up here in the corner over here, those
Ooh.
are made by Rose Forever too, but those are the light blue, and everybody knows blue is my favorite color. So they sent another one.
They smell good too.
And those, from what I've heard, last several years. So there's a link for those if anybody's interested. It'll be in the description of the video because I know a lot of people were asking about those and where I got them. So there is a link in case you're interested. They do preserve them with
Some
essential
kind of oil.
oils.
Yeah, it's got
And
oil on it.
I heard that they last for years. That's what Jeremy said, because I know George has a couple of these. And they're beautiful. They have them in all kinds of colors with all different bases. I know they have some with some clear bases. And then you can get round boxes,
It's like a velvet
rectangle
type
boxes.
box. It's very nice.
They have orange,
It's
purple,
good quality stuff.
red, white. They're just gorgeous. Because, I mean, you spend a lot of money on the rose bouquets or flower bouquets and they die right away. So why not invest in something that you can keep for a couple years?
I like the little door works.
You going to go deliver some mail in there?
It's got rubber tires. Beep, beep. Mail.
I got to tell you, when we went to visit the post office here, Brett was ready to sign me up for a job right away because they're down about 3 people. I didn't see that they had any tie-dye ones. Sorry, I saw the words tie-dye. I'm like, bing! But because you know I love some tie-dye.
She's part hippie.
Hey, man, I only hug the trees sometimes. But he was trying to get me a job because they're down like 3 people. And I said, whoa, I've done my time, my friend. So, but yeah, he loves the mail service. When he sees a mail truck, he's like, squirrel.
That's
But
not true.
I've done my time. Nope, I'm not going back. I am free. So that was the mail. So thank you, Rose Forever and Olight. We'll be checking out those things in a video to see how well they work.
Yep. Got more questions from people, or?
Does anybody have any more questions before we sign out of here? Is the toy Jeep already ducked up? Wouldn't that be cute to have some little teeny miniature ones?
They'd have to be really tiny.
Listen, when we went to the closing, we went out to lunch with the realtor before that in Murfreesboro, and there was a car that had ducks all across the dashboard, and I just busted out laughing.
Because it wasn't a Jeep.
So, no, those boots never showed up. I wish I had a tracking number for them, but I don't. So if anybody has the tracking number for them, please email me at madammayorsadventures@gmail.com, because I would love to find out where they're at. They're probably just doing a big circular around.
Bouncing around Alaska.
We do have an Amazon wish list. I haven't updated it. Somebody was saying that I need to put some house things on the Amazon wish list. It is updated with an address. It is in our bio and usually in the video descriptions if anybody's interested, since people were asking.
Heard anything about the ants getting Harley back anytime soon? No,
I haven't heard anything about that. Oh, Titans or Panthers?
I'm an old Redskin fan, but since they changed their name and all that, and they went woke, I really don't have a favorite. But I could be a Titans fan. I could get behind the Titans. I just got to have a reason.
I'm going to stick with the Florida Panthers for hockey. But
well, they have the hockey team here. Is it out of Memphis?
I don't even know, but I like the Florida Panthers for hockey.
And Memphis has a basketball team.
We'll have to see. I like Florida State, the Seminoles.
But we got Rocky Top now.
I grew up a Miami Dolphins fan.
We're in Rocky Top country.
So, I guess we'll have to see. I don't know how you like that orange. I like the Titans blue.
Yeah.
I sound like such a girl, don't I?
I was stationed at Fort Campbell here in Kentucky, Tennessee, right on the border, just north of Nashville. It's up in Clarksville. And they had just gotten the Titans from the Oilers. It was an old Houston Oilers team. And for a year or two, they were the Tennessee Oilers. But they were asking people for a new name. And they came out with Titans. And that's how it came about. But
it's got a ring to it.
It's the old Houston Oilers team. They even have the same colors.
Someone asked what our first meal we cooked in our new kitchen is. It has not been very glamorous because of all the big mess we have, and we don't have really the right pots and pans. But I think so far we've had frozen pizza.
Yeah.
Which was not so wonderful.
Oh, right now we got something good cooking.
Oh, yeah, right now. And that was what was beeping. I'm making some brats and kraut.
Woo! Oh, you know how we got the kraut?
How?
Because we found an Aldi's.
Yes.
Tullahoma has an Aldi's.
Yeah, and the kraut there is pretty cheap, but I
It's
love
something-
brats and kraut.
It's about a 20-minute drive to Tullahoma, so it's just like going to Chiefland, maybe a little bit further. It's actually about the same distance, but it's a windy road, not a highway.
That's going to be the best meal we've had so far.
So they have Aldi's, they have Publix. But we shopped so much in Aldi's, we didn't even get to the Publix, and we didn't even get to Walmart.
I
And the
know.
other stuff. So
Someone
we just
said to get a Ninja and an air fryer. We do have an air fryer.
we have an air fryer.
I wanted to get one of those. They have those Ninja creamies that makes this ice cream that looks so delicious.
Some of these appliances now we're shuttling between the RV and here.
Yeah.
Like the air fryer has come in and it's gone back out.
I need to get one of those. I like almond milk. So I want to get one of those nut milk makers. I know. Go ahead with your jokes about nut milk. But I want to get one of those and see how they work. But
Yeah, they have an Ollie's. Yep, I saw that.
yeah, we'll have to go check that out
So
too.
we haven't even fully explored the town. Really.
I know it's been just a crazy busy week, and we spent half of the week in the campground at the Arnold Air Force Base, which was super nice.
And while we were there, we were just driving through these towns. And later, toward the end, we came. Oh, yeah.
That water's so good.
It is. That water is good.
Sweet.
When you run the pan under the faucet and it kind of bubbles up and you can smell it, you can smell water. You actually can. Good water
Well,
you
I
can
can't,
smell.
but you can.
You can't. So some people know what I'm talking about. Good water has like a sweet smell to it. It has that here. It's nice.
Sweet, sweet water. Yep. Hopefully that storm dies out and doesn't do too much besides some rain. We'll be saying our prayers. We appreciate if everybody out there says some prayers.
I was hoping that projection of that storm was just going to hook around Tampa and cut in, but it moved west. That puts Otter Creek on the dirty side of the storm. Everything on the 2 o'clock position of the storm is where you get all the rain and the wind, and it's called the dirty side of the storm. You don't want to be on that side.
Yeah, I know they're going to be shutting down a lot of things. I've been getting texts from the county, Levy County, and
we've seen that they're
shutting a lot of stuff down.
Like mandatory evacuations for RVs and trailers.
Yeah.
But it's not really mandatory. They can't make you leave.
Yeah, they always
do that.
Say that. I remember growing up in Hollywood, Fort Lauderdale area, if you lived in a mobile home, they used to come knock on your door and take your name, in case bad things happen.
And I'm surprised by the number of trailer parks that are in South Florida.
Yeah.
Knowing that they get storms. People still live in them.
Well, it's a cheaper way to live.
Yeah.
And, sometimes it's...
Don't have a choice.
Yeah. So, and a lot of people will stay.
Yeah.
Give your name in case things go badly. So we'll be praying for our people, and I hope everybody out there says a little prayer as well. And again, if anybody wants to reach out, you can always send me an email at madammayers@adventures. It's so long. I'm sorry about that. madammayersadventures@gmail.com. I do answer the emails as fast as I can.
Larry was asking what lake we live near. So that's a long one. What was that?
I don't know.
So the house is right off of Timms Ford Lake. Look up Timms Ford Lake. It's pretty impressive.
And I wanted to also thank our members this week. I know we were so busy shuffling around, we didn't actually get to go do an activity like we normally would like to do, but we were driving around the town. So we took the members on a little drive around the town when we went to run some errands.
Mm-hmm.
So we thank all our members for coming on our drive with us and chatting it up with us.
Yep.
Thank you, Jessica.
Thank you.
And so we appreciate our members and your support and hanging out and chatting with us. If anybody wants to be a member, you can click the join button. It is $4.99 a month to be a snowbird.
Mm-hmm.
And it is $9.99 a month to be a resident. And the resident gets either a live or a video once a week. We usually try to do a live, but if we're having signal issues, I'll make a video to put up. And we appreciate everybody being on here, hanging out with us and sharing your ideas and your love with us.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fun time spending with you every Sunday. And we hope you all have a good week. I hope everybody stays safe. Pray for each other and take care of each other. You got anything you'd like to add to this?
I think you covered it.
Okay, and if I missed anything, please let me know in the comments. I love talking to y'all, and I'll miss you. All right,
good.
Brett's pretty quiet.
I am. You're covering it.
All right, and we'll be reporting from Otter Creek at some point this week.
Yeah, and for you Tennesseans out there welcoming us to Tennessee, thank you very much.
Yes, it's been so nice, all the welcomes we've gotten from everybody.
Yeah, I couldn't have been happier. I mean, it's great. And we didn't understand too that, you know, people saying that the house not very big and da-da-da. We didn't want a big house. We did not buy as much house as we could have bought, but we wanted money to be able to still travel. It's still about traveling. It's not about how big a house can you buy or how expensive of a house can you buy. We wanted to buy one on a budget that doesn't send us back to work. So we wanted to, you know, this doesn't hurt us. This is a homestead where we can put stuff and travel out and back and go to an adventure and come back, go to another adventure and come back. And so that's the game plan.
It's a perfect size for my pet rock.
Yeah.
You see him up there? He's my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle pet rock.
That's it.
Up there next to Mr. Potato Head. Oh, I've had him for many years.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, I think that's it.
That's it? You sure? All right, guys. If you have any questions, email me, send some comments.
And if you live in the area by any chance, let us know. If you have farm fresh eggs, let us know. We drive through fields of corn getting to every town here.
Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. It's free to do so.
Farmers market, baby. Farmers market, baby.
All right. I guess he needs some dinner. He's getting a little loopy.
I need to refill my water.
All right, y'all. Peace.
See you guys.